Aquaman number 19, written by Jeff Johns, art by Paul Pelletier. So last issue had like 4 different plots going on, but the biggest one is there is a icy dead Atlantean king who comes after Mera. Aquaman's looking for a dude named the Scavenger who has Atlantean gear, and 2 Atlanteans, one of them is a sister of Ocean Master, is looking to break out Ocean Master. Those are the big beats. So this opens up with Aquaman going off to this like cliffside and blowing in his magic conch. I'm not kidding you. And out from the depths of this cliff comes a giant, horrific looking kraken that he names Topo. And all the guards are like, Jesus Christ, man, that creature's too smart. He's not able to control it with his fish control powers. And Aquaman's like, I'm not going to control it. He's my friend. I'm a buddy of his. And he goes up and he's like, oh, man, it's been a long time. How you doing, Topo? What's going on? And he basically tells Topo, look, here's the deal. I need you to find out a dude named the Scavenger. He's got like a nuclear sub that he stole. Could you just like take care of that for me? Topo, be really cool. And then Topo just dives down back into its hole, and it seems like Aquaman isn't getting what he wants, like the Topo's just ignoring him, because the look on his face is like, oh geez, did I mess up there? So at that point we see the Scavengers are like, oh, it's good, we've managed to get a couple of Atlanteans that are following us, so we can attack them soon. So then we go up to Belle Reve, where Ocean Master is being talked to by his lawyer. And the lawyer's basically like, hey, man, they're going to give you the death sentence, and maybe you should, I don't know, plead guilty to the murder charge, because like, you killed a lot of people. And he's like, excuse me, a lot of Atlanteans died too. Why is nobody caring about the Atlanteans? All you land people only care about other land people. Nobody cares about all the people who died when I was attacked, when my city was attacked. And they're like, okay, but you're here, and like, I'm the only friend you got, so maybe stop being such a dick. And Ocean Master's like, oh, again, you're only thinking about you land people. I got plenty of friends down in the sea. And then we see, I'm always blanking on his name, Merc, that's it. Merc and Tula have made their way to a residence of a person named Swat, who is just living out on the outskirts of town. And Merc's like, yeah, no, it's important that we find this guy, because he's got some stuff we need. And they go into his house, and it turns out that he actually has like a little air bubble down there, a little like moon base. And inside of it is all this stuff from the surface, a la Little Mermaid. And they're like, oh, well, Tula's like, oh my God, he's been going up on the surface even after he was told not to. And Merc's like, yeah, this guy's a total waste of space. And they immediately get shocked by SWAT, who shows up, and he's like, hey, Merc, I thought we had an understanding. You keep my secret, I'd keep yours. And Merc goes to attack him for being shocked. He shocks him some more. And Merc then goes and rips off this mask he's wearing. It looks like a gas mask. And starts like holding his head under the water. And Tula's like, he's an Atlantean, right? What's it going to do if you hold his head under water? And Merc's like, no, SWAT's special. He's a freak. He can't breathe underwater. That's why he likes the surface so much, because he has to breathe air. And Tula's like, okay, well, if we need him, stop drowning him. So he lets him pull his head up, puts back on his mask, and Merc's basically like, okay, look, sorry, wrong foot, but here's the deal. We're going to go free King Orm. We need your help. We know that you know the surface world better than us, so are you in or are you out? And at that point, Tula gets called by Aquaman via some telepathy crap to go and bring along the drift to help him do something. Meanwhile, south of the Florida Keys, there's a place called Kokomo, and there's this ship that is caught in a storm, and all of a sudden the storm turns to snow. Mera, I think, shows up on the boat. It's hard to say, but regardless, all the people freeze, and we see the old king, the dead king, the ice king, whatever you want to call him. He tells Mera, he's like, hey, you and me, we're going down with this ship. It's the only way the barrier to the triangle will open. It's designed to swallow ships whole. And she's like, how do you know that? And he's like, I'm your king. I designed the triangle. So At that point, he says, bow to him. Mara says, I don't really do the whole bowing thing. I'm out. And she manages to seemingly escape to somewhere else, but then later on it gets a little bit dicey. So we see Aquaman and the Drift are moving in because they believe they know where the scavengers are, because those two soldiers that were following called it in. And as they're driving around, Aquaman's like, wait a minute, you smell that? It smells like fuel. Oh, crap, everyone bail. And then all of a sudden, there's a huge explosion. They all get knocked up on the beach, and they see the submarine there. One of the Atlanteans is already dead, and the other one still technically alive, but he's been operated on, and he is missing some, like, his liver or something like that. So then we see what happened to Mara. She's made her way down to this ship graveyard or something like that. She's going around, and she's recognized by two people who call her Princess Mara. And she's like, oh, I'm back in Zebel. And she asks, where is Nereus? I need to see him right now. And then Nereus shows up, and he's like, hey, I thought you were dead, Mara. You were my wife. Where in the hell have you been? So, seems like we're going to get some stuff on Zebel. I'm not sure what it means, mainly because I'm not that familiar with Zebel, but we're on Zebel. So, I like it, but I think the scavenger plot is maybe the least explored, despite being the main plot, because it's what Aquaman's interested in. And, like, I had to go back and read the last issue just to remember what in the hell was going on, because it is by far the least interesting plot as of now. You got some political intrigue with some Atlanteans wanting to break out Ocean Master. You got this huge frozen ice king who's trying to get back to, like, his kingdom. Those are so much more interesting, and I had no problem remembering that. It was only Aquaman's plot that's like, oh yeah, I guess that's going on. So I think it could use just either a little bit more space or just something more interesting happening. I think that having them do some sort of grotesque operation on Atlantean is a step in the right direction, but the fact that the end of issue cliffhanger is Mara, I'm more interested in that. It's far more intriguing to me. So I think they just need to be able to find what direction they actually want to go in terms of the story. There's nothing wrong with having multiple threads, but I think that they've chosen the weakest thread as their quote-unquote main one. So overall, I'm going to give this one like a 7.5, though. I still did really enjoy it. I think that the art's great. But yeah, I think a shift in what they actually care about needs to happen pretty damn soon.